Majority of people are looking to get hurt. There was a girl, a few people I was hanging out with last night, and one of the girls was telling me a story about how she knew someone who went to Bali and they went to see a man who is like who's come almost like a reader. You know, he gives solutions to everyone. He's very popular in Bali. People go to him for solutions and things of this nature. She went there to find a solution on why she isn't finding like the right partner, right? Or not finding the right partner, but basically, you know, when people think a lot and they think like, oh, like I haven't found the person, or the guy hasn't came to me, basically yet. She went to him, and he laid her down like this. Laid her down. He was having his hand behind her back and laid her down onto the floor. She stayed there, I think, for like maybe 5-10 minutes, and then he was like, okay, you're good to go. And she was like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, you don't have any bad karma, you can go. And she was like, no bad karma? And so basically the gist of this video is that even though when she received the information that she didn't have any quote unquote bad karma, she almost seemed very dissatisfied with that. Because what ultimately ends up happening, it means that the things that she's wanting to manifest in this life are now her responsibility. She can't now depend on some mystical guy in Bali or in Asia to go ahead and fix her problems and then make everything come together. And so that's the same thing when it comes to Vedic astrology. A lot of people are using Vedic astrology for information. I use it for transformation. I use it so that you can leverage what I'm seeing in your chart, how you wired this body, where you are the source of manifesting the people, places, and experiences you experience in this life, and then utilizing that in order to not only gain leverage but to manifest what you want as quick as possible and as easy as possible. A lot of people are looking to get hurt, and a lot of people are looking for purpose. They're looking to find their purpose, but for majority of us starseeds, we need to create our purpose, and it can be whatever we want. But what tends to hold people back is them either wasting time, wasting energy, wasting resources, where they end up becoming stagnant. And because they become stagnant, they're kind of like in the middle. So like this is very common where all of my clients are females. Although don't be discouraged, if you're a male watching this, you can come to me for a Vedic astrology reading. But I'm just putting that out there, that majority of my clients are females, because a very common theme I see is that they say they want to be alone, they don't want to be in a relationship. Then they say, but if someone comes along, they'll be more than happy to take it. And then they end up manifesting someone, and then it ends up not working out, and they end up utilizing that relationship that didn't work out as a catalyst to more strengthen their original reason as to why they shouldn't have gotten into a relationship in the first place. So what happened is that person, because they didn't make the conscious decision, because you're a conscious being, when you don't make conscious decisions about what you're wanting to do in this life, what is your goal or your ideal, or what that vision of your life looks like, you end up being in a state of confusion, because you're neither taking action towards what you want, nor are you not taking action. You're like in the middle, you're indecisive. So like it's different if you said, I want to be single for the rest of my life, I don't want any relationship, I want to be celibate, and you're just like that for the rest of your life till you die. That's different than the person saying, I'm celibate 1 week, and then a month later they want to have sex, or they want to have someone hold them, right? It ends up creating a lot of fogginess, a lot of cloudiness, a lot of stuff and fluff, where it makes it hard for you to perceive which direction you're wanting to go. So when you end up manifesting that person that you all of a sudden get butterflies for, you end up manifesting a person from the space of confusion. Thus you end up manifesting someone who is compatible, a vibrational compatibility with that confusion that you're currently cherishing inside of your inner space. And then when it doesn't end up working out, because majority of the time it ends up being some kind of very confused relationship with a lot of conflict or whatever the case may be, or different interests, you utilize the very thing you manifested from confusion to more solidify the false narrative that you want to be alone and you don't want to be in a relationship, when in reality all you need to do is consciously decide that I want an ideal partner for me. I want someone who cares for me. I want someone who can love me. I want someone who can hold me at night. I want someone, who is my ideal. That is so much more better, to leave space for that person to come, or for you to naturally attract that person or encounter that person, versus you just feeling like I'm fine with either or, and whatever happens. Then you shouldn't complain when whatever happens to you, because this is exactly what you're saying. You're saying whatever happens is okay, and whatever doesn't happen is also okay. Then you'll just get whatever life has to throw at you based on what you're having in your inner space. So on a very basic level, everyone has some kind of karma in their chart, right? There's different ways to be able to look at it, but I'm very careful about how you can see these things in your chart, because when you go online to search for something that I just said, like I can say right now that one of the ways that I can see karma in your chart is the most karmic sign, which is Scorpio. Based on where it's located, I can see many different things. But that's because I know the foundation, I know the strength of the houses, I know how to look at the aspects, I know how to look at what's influencing what, I know how to look at the dispositor, the karaka, all of these different things. And even the nakshatras, the dasha, cycle, all of these things are taken into account in order to make one conclusion. But if you end up taking that, let me see where my Scorpio is. My Scorpio is in the, in the 7th house in Taurus, right? Then what you end up doing is you're looking for that results on Google. You're searching it up, like what does Scorpio in the 7th house in Taurus means, and you're going to end up getting a ton of different opinions. It's not even a lot of factual information, opinions. My guru, my teacher, he's from India. I studied in India for a long time. He's one of the biggest Vedic astrologers in the world, and so he only passed down to me what he's seen has worked in this modern era, in this modern age of civilization, to see what is foolproof, what is time proof, what is actually taken into effect and what's not actually taken into effect. So he actually referred and went off a lot of the scriptures. When you go based off people's opinions online, you don't know where they got their information from. I can tell you right now, it's Parashara Hoda Shostras, or Shastras. It's like scriptures from the father of astrology in India, Vedic astrology. But a lot of these people, it's a lot of like really opinionated, or they're repeating something that someone else said. And my teacher has done like thousands for years, probably for over 20, 30 years now, of people. So it's foolproof, time-proof thing, which is why 99% of the time I'm always accurate with what's going on in the person's life. So you can search things up and get other people's opinions, but that's where the problem lies, into getting a lot of information that doesn't really apply to you or make sense, and that's where it gets confusing, because astrology has been a science that they diluted in order to make it user-friendly for you, but then you're getting a lot of misinformation. So if you want to learn more about your life purpose here, the kind of karma you have, ultimately, what are the best ways for you to manifest your reality, your ultimate reality, then the link is down in the description. I'll put the link here, and I'll see you guys soon. Namaskar.